Welcome to the Explainer. So, today we are cracking open what I'd honestly call a vital survival guide for the future of the internet and our cities. We're diving deep into the highly anticipated book, Metaverse, a conceptual and ethical normative framework for cities and citizens by R.J. Senna. Now, if you think the metaverse is just some fading tech trend or an overgrown video game, well, get ready because we're about to completely shift your perspective. Let's get right into it. Think about this for a second. Who actually writes the laws for a city that exists entirely in code? It's a pretty provocative thought, isn't it? But here's the thing, we absolutely have to figure this out right now, before the rules of our future digital existence are written behind closed doors, completely without society's participation. This book, it essentially acts as our roadmap to make sure we all keep a seat at the table. All right, diving right into Section 1, A Cidade Além do Concreto, or merging the physical and digital. To really grasp this, we have to shatter the illusion that the metaverse is just some sci-fi fantasy, like something straight out of a novel. We are moving way beyond just concrete and asphalt. What's truly fascinating here is how this framework grounds us in the absolute present. This socio-technical fusion of digital and physical realities, it is happening right now. We're already living in an era where citizens work, learn, and exercise their rights without ever leaving home. So the metaverse hasn't just arrived, it's actively demanding our immediate attention when it comes to governance, ethics, and our basic rights.
Moving right along to Section 2, Gêmeos Digitais e Cidades Inteligentes, the infrastructure of tomorrow.
To understand the rules, you gotta understand the architecture, right? We are literally living through a massive paradigm shift. Think about the traditional city for a moment, bound by physical geography, asphalt, concrete, and territorial governance. Now contrast that with the smart city. We're talking about the real-world implementation of digital twins, which are exact virtual replicas of our physical spaces. And they're powered by 5G and 6G networks, the Internet of Things, and the Metaverse of Things, or MOT. These technologies are creating a synchronized mirror world of our physical spaces for real-time management. But as you can imagine, this massive level of interconnectedness brings some massive new responsibilities.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 3, A Gramática Ética do Metaverso. Basically, the rules of the digital Wild West.
This is arguably the most critical part of Senna's framework, because if we don't have proper regulations, we are essentially building a fully digitized urban existence in a total Wild West environment. Picture this, you're in a digital ecosystem where virtual cities are pulsing with real-time biometric data. Now ask yourself, if an autonomous avatar goes out and negotiates a contract on your behalf, who is legally responsible? It's a total legal nightmare. The line between human and algorithm is dissolving so fast, and our traditional legal frameworks, they just aren't equipped for this level of complexity.
So how do we actually protect ourselves? Well, Senna introduces this unique and incredibly powerful concept in the book called affective rights, or direitos efetivos. And look, this isn't just about making sure hackers don't steal your credit card number. This is about protecting your digital emotional footprint. In these highly immersive environments, our physiological and emotional responses can literally be tracked and manipulated. So affective rights serve as the essential baseline safeguards for our human dignity and emotional well-being against unchecked algorithmic surveillance.
The crucial takeaway here is that we need a standardized language to enforce this protection. And that's exactly what the book does. It builds an ethical normative framework on very specific, globally recognized IEEE standards. You've got IEEE 7000, which ensures human values actually dictate the system design. Then there's IEEE 707, which provides the ontological standard so we can actually tell the difference between a real person and an AI agent. And finally, IEEE 7010, which establishes the metrics to assess how these autonomous systems are impacting our well-being. This right here is the practical grammar we need to code human dignity directly into the algorithm.
All right, let's pivot to Section 4, Propriedade e Direitos na Web3, the new digital economy.
Let's move from ethics to economics, because let me tell you, the financial and legal value of this framework is absolutely huge. We are facing a dramatic rupture in how we handle intellectual property. We're moving away from tangible boundaries protected by traditional state copyright laws and shifting toward omnipresent, infinitely reproducible code that is governed by smart contracts and algorithms. A brand's logo isn't just a static 2D image anymore, it's a 3D, interactive, tokenized asset, an NFT. The book does an amazing job breaking down exactly how to solve the real-world legal headaches that creators and brands are hitting in this decentralized landscape.
But here's the catch.
As we transition to this era of machine-assisted authorship, we absolutely have to mitigate what's known as the black box effect. We simply cannot allow automated copyright filters to operate in total algorithmic opacity. Algorithmic transparency is literally non-negotiable at this point. Creators cannot be subjected to arbitrary or discriminatory digital governance. They need to clearly understand the how and the why behind the rules that are enforcing their intellectual property.
And finally, Section 5, O Mapa para Futuro, Navigating the Next Frontier.
We are charting entirely new territory here, and Sina's book is genuinely an indispensable tool for navigating it. Whether you're a public manager, a tech professional, or just an everyday citizen, this structural overview gives you a fully integrated framework. It walks you systematically from the foundational tech infrastructure, stuff like 6G and blockchain, straight through the complex socio-technical risks, all the way to applied ethics and deep philosophy. It perfectly bridges the gap between high-level theory and actual regulatory practice.
Honestly, if you have any hand in shaping our cities, our technology, or if you simply just want to protect your own digital rights, you absolutely need this book on your desk. It brings a professional, highly innovative, and persuasive framework to a massive global issue. And the best part? It's available for purchase right now. You can secure your copy at Club de Autores or through UICLAP online. Seriously, don't wait until these rules are written for you. Understand the framework today.
To wrap this explainer up, I want to leave you with a really powerful thought straight from the conclusion of the book. Quote, "The success of this new ecosystem depends on our capacity to codify human dignity into the core of its architecture." End quote. It's not just about building faster or flashier tech. It's about building a space of true freedom, equity, and urban resilience. So the question is, how will you participate in building that future? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, keep questioning the code.